Welcome back to Persona Q2 New Cinema Labyrinth. I actually have done some off-camera grinding, but I'll go over that in more detail once I go to the next labyrinth. Also, Ryuji pointing, I don't know if that's the evoker or if it's no, it looks like it's the evoker actually. Pointing the evoker at Yosuke and having him freak out, that's, and yeah, like, that is just interesting. Anyway, we're going to be doing special screenings again this time, because there's a lot of them available right now. Thankfully, no more of them just unlocked. We're going to go for Mascot Match-up first. A massive treasure hunt is happening in the jungle. Compete to find the perfect boon sought by a researcher. Is the ultimate prize one of riches or of love? That was my best silly cute mascot voice. And that's horrifying. Yeah, this is kind of right. There are a whole ton of treasure chests in this one that I'm going to be on the lookout for. And yes, treasure hunt, but most of the treasures are optional. Yeah, I guess finding treasure with a capital T is the Phantom Thief thing, but this is the treasure with a small t. And in this case, the real treasure is literally going to be the friends we made along the way, because it will be a key item that gives us a unison attack. Oh, I thought that it would be something darker, like, oh, by the way, I'm dead. Or, you know, alternatively, it's dark anyway, because it was a case of, oh no, he was one day before retirement. He was about to propose is another one of those cases where they usually tend to die. Well, more the Lovers Arcana characters are excited about this. But somehow it becomes about the mascots. Like, I mean, this is just getting me to think. Teddy and Morgana are both kind of obsessed with romance, but Koromaru, we don't really know much about him. Did Koromaru ever end up having puppies in his lifetime? I do wonder about that. Morgana, correction! Now 2 people care about your silly contest. They're fine. He's just a simp. Don't mind him. You know what, I was gonna make a joke about him being like, translation, I do not care about this at all, but I guess I'm doing it. And that's actually... that's actually canon. Oh, that is directly a reference to Persona 4 Arena, I think. Well, given Koromaru's here, Shinjiro should be here too. I did get the unison skill with the seniors and Femc off camera, but I will still have to show it on camera. Okay, you know what? I made a joke about Mitsuru having to rein in like the children. I'm gonna bring Mitsuru to this. Also because she is lower level than everyone else in my party, and there are complicated reasons for that. Basically, I just, like, I rotated out everybody who hit level 42. Unfortunately, by the time I reached Mitsuru, I just couldn't really have anybody else in the party without over-leveling them, so she's unfortunately stuck behind. And since Futaba's the lowest level navigator, I'll get her caught up. You know, I just realized something. The navigator's levels literally do not matter aside from raising our wild level, because they've already learned all their skills and their stats don't do anything. Their sub-persona levels do matter, though. Let's go, and we are back in Genetic Land for this. I guess it makes sense. Koromaru has a lot of the Genetic Land special screenings due to, you know, being an animal. So this one's kind of all about heading to the circle on the map, but as you can see, the path to it is blocked off, and we have access to a very large chunk of the region, and with that comes a whole pack of treasure chests. All but one of them are money and the other one is a buff item. I don't think he's ever made that voice before. Yes, Morgana is the expert at parkour here. Meanwhile, Koromaru is just like, yeah, exactly. Long day. I love how, like, somehow Koromaru is the only sane man here, but, you know, it's probably why, like I've said, it ties into why most people think Koromaru is the best mascot, because he's just a normal dog. No silly cartoon personality quirks, just dog. Okay, I'll see you at the treasure chests. I had a feeling one of them would be in this little dog leg. Oh, right, yeah, because the trees are gone. The problem is, according to our map, the shorter path contains 2 FOEs. If experience, like, Morgana, I don't think experience has taught you to avoid traps considering what happened in Madarame's palace. Yeah, I think we need more info at this point. And for that info, we have the best sniffer dog in the business. Unless you consider dinosaurs meat, I don't think that sense will help you here. As a line from Tales of Vesperia says, I guess there's no fooling the nose of a dog. I've always loved that line because, like, it's a massive shock, but not because of the line itself, but in terms of who says it. Like, that's one of those lines that's a massive plot twist, but you won't really know what it is without context. I'm gonna have to take the longer one for the chest anyway. Well, I mean, you know, certain types of food at restaurants are presented pretty well. And, of course, we have a bit of a flanderized duo here, I guess. The thing is, Teddy does actually have a nose that can sniff out kidnapped people in an eldritch otherworld, so he might be onto something. No. Yeah, he's in catnip mode. Yes, let's trust our instincts and never give up. However, the first treasure on this path requires me to double back a little bit. It was just out of my treasure radar's radius. Yeah, see, like, right here it's not picking it up, but the moment that I enter into the next room, it does show up on my map. Next one is here. And one here. And one on the other side of that barrier. And somehow we're not done. There's actually 6 of them. And yep, there's the 6 all the way up here. And if we'd taken the shorter path, we would have had to fight FOEs potentially. I mean, yeah, I would say everyone did okay. I feel like I may have missed cutscenes here by not trying the, shorter path first. Oh, speaking of missing cutscenes, I just skipped Teddy's line there. And it was him being a simp. Moving along. Well, I mean, it's been a whole bunch of money, and, well, I guess Kaneshiro would find that beautiful and alluring. I mean, it was already money, but, the first two feel very sexist to say, so I'm gonna say money anyway. You know what, it makes sense for Yukari to be practical like this. Koromaru is absolutely best boy. Okay, Rise saying it's just like a meet and greet, that's actually really dark, because, like, that implies she has been at idol meet and greets where fans had to be escorted off the premises because they were getting creepy with her. And seriously, I can believe that. And here we go. The final destination. I just realized that, like, yeah, the research is almost certainly dead because they're from Genetic land, so, he was probably just like, after this, I'm gonna propose. It's a good thing I have a long and T-Rex-less life ahead of me. Ah! I mean, some people would probably... I get the feeling Yukiko would actually love this. I mean, it is made of gold. I mean, you know. I could see Joker liking this, kind of. Morgana saying Yosha was not on my bingo card for today. That's kind of like an, oh yeah, like just dramatic Japanese masculine sounding exclamation. I mean, I'm concerned, yeah. Like, often creatures in nature have colorations like that to tell predators, don't eat me, I'm poisonous. I mean, I wouldn't put it past a researcher to be, you know, researching something like that. Oh, I love Koromaru's dog noises. That was a very dramatic sound effect for what looks like just a perfectly mundane flower. Like, that is one of the most generic-looking flowers I've seen in my entire life. But it's better than the other two, so I guess we'll have to take it. Oh, that would make sense if it's a new species. Yeah. And I mean, given that it's a trope that a lot of researchers do in fiction, he probably named it after his girlfriend that he was going to propose to. And to the surprise of absolutely no one, Koromaru wins because he is the bestest boy of all time. But I think Teddy's a lot better in this game, and Morgana is, I don't hate him. I will admit, Morgana's not exactly portrayed like the best in this game, I feel. He is a lot better in Q2, personally. Like, the quest that he has with Arn is surprisingly wholesome there. But, like, Teddy, I will give this game credit for portraying far better than in Q1, and I think also in Arena. I forget how Teddy is in Arena. Elizabeth, you're totally faking crying there. Now that this is your I can just picture her just, like, again, if this was actually voice acted by Tara Platt, I can picture her just using the most over-the-top, like, dramatic voice for those two lines, and then just immediately switching to, now then, this is your reward. And so, we had 2 losers and only 1 winner. But, like, to be fair, this is what was gonna happen the moment that we tried to compare Teddy and Morgana as mascots. Let's leave them be. Yeah, you know, I knew that he would come in, because that's kind of his catchphrase. I mean, yes, at her side. That doesn't mean, you know, romantically involved, and hopefully it never will. And then Teddy and Morgana are engaged in one of those wimpy, you know, wimp slap fights. Where neither of them can reach each other. Oh yes, you would know. You would know, wouldn't you? You would know. Yes, Koromaru is like, this is Dog 4. The real treasure was the friends we made along the way, literally. I wonder where that originated. Like, that meme. I know that one of the DuckTales games, like, ends with, like, the real treasure was Dream and Friends. Dream being singular. But I doubt that was the source of it. Literally, that was like Teddy 2, Teddy 2. Okay, that's nice. I'm sorry, but Persona's marketing begs to differ. Particularly, in the dancing spin-offs. That was not worth a lot of experience, but at least we get power bonds out of that. Animal, Capriccio. Okay, I'm offending all of the, I want to say that's Italian. I'm going to offend all the Italians in the audience by saying I don't know what that means, and I have to look it up. A lively piece of music, typically one that is short and free in form, or a painting or other work of art representing a fantasy or a mixture of real and imaginary features. Well, that fits, given that one of them is a real dog and the other 2 are cartoons. And now, from that to donuts. I'm gonna make a reference that is just a total in-joke to my family. So, apparently when my sister was doing Japanese class in high school, she didn't stick with it, she mostly did French, but there was a skit that, like, was, done in one of their classes that was just called Donatsu wa zenzen tabemasen, and she always, brings it up. That's literally, I never eat donuts. Elizabeth would totally be able to hit 80 birds with 1 stone. She'd use some kind of life hacks to, like, make the stone curve around and hit all of them. I love how they both just, like, this is like the one special screening where, like, the people who actually are unlocking the Unison attack both just completely hate this. They're just like, please, please don't let us do this. Please. Yep. Senpai and P3MC. I can't really call him Senpai because he's only in the middle of the age group. Taking one for the team. Okay, yeah, you kind of volunteered for this. I'm bringing on 2. And, even though it won't matter very much, I'm switching the navigator to Risei. So at least these two both have their girlfriends to support them. And here we are, back in said Aegis. And there's only 2 chests this time. So it's funny, like a guide that I'm looking at says this one unlocks after completing learning from the bad guy, but this definitely unlocked before I finished that one. Some of the ones I have unlock via reaching the 3rd floor of Giant Black Smudge, aka Labyrinth 4. Maybe not as long as the other one, though. Okay, it is good to know that the big robot FOEs are only yellow on my map. Okay, first chest. 10,000 yen. I'm going to be needing a decent amount of this soon. Of course, it's an Ice Bane. I would normally ice all the lions here, but the Ice Bane sword is in the way. Oh right, I still have my difficulty on easy and my battle animations are set to fastest because of my grind session. Good to know, I will fix that. Thankfully this isn't like a screen that involves fighting, so it's not really that big a deal. Okay, that's satisfying, but I doubt that would have been an all clear if this was, oh hi Gorgon, I think I missed you earlier. Which means I have to get rid of something, and I guess Pazuzu? I really like having Binding Aura, though. I forget if, like, I don't know if, like, you need to, like, keep the Persona in order for it to count for the Compendium, or if just getting it from a shuffle time automatically gives it to you in the Compendium. I would assume you actually have to take the Persona for it to, you know, go into the Compendium. Anyway, that's the other chest here. Like, well, okay, guess this business rating is cancelled. No donut eating for us. I mean, you definitely is, because he can canonically finish the Mega Beef Bowl. I feel like this would make more sense between you and Joker, but they decided to do fishing for that. Which fits since P3 protagonist doesn't fish. 5 times the beef of Japan's annual exports. Okay, it's funny that you has canonically finished the Mega Beef Bowl. That is actually kind of amazing. Okay, I guess it is the Takoyaki, because I never really thought of the P3 protagonist as a big eater, but I guess it depends on how many of, like, the side activities you do. I know that I never really bothered with much of the side activities in the original PS2 version, because, like, I just did karaoke in the arcade most of the time. And once I got to the point where I didn't need social stats, I'd just go to Tartarus most of the time. I mean, Joker's definitely on Yu's level with the burger challenge. Yeah, exactly. Yep, turns out that's also canon. I love how many tiny little side quest details are established as being canon in the Q games. Also, yeah, like as the previous screening established, you and Yosuke's, I believe it's rank 10 where they fight each other at the river, is canon. That's established as being canon in most other spin-offs as well, though. Which makes it weird that Yosuke still has Jiraiya in Arena, but they just wanted to go with the... Isn't kindness the one stat the Big Bang Challenge doesn't raise? Because of that, I want to say this. Oh, yes. Yes. Meanwhile, the P3 protagonist only has Academics, Charm, and Courage. Only 3 traits. Not sure how involved all... Well, I mean, Courage probably is. Don't know how Charm fits into it. Oh no, Mitsuru, don't take it, don't, yeah. This is another case of, like, Mitsuru, your D&D stats of maxed intelligence and 0 wisdom are showing here. That is how that's how I've always headcanoned her D&D stats, and it makes so much sense. Yeah, so we need to get into that area where the already open chest is, because there is a treasure spot here that's exclusive to this special screening. Yeah, we get the cognitive device here.
Yes.
Yusuke is just excited about getting food for free. Okay, yeah, you might notice this if you play this special screening. There's no combination of gates that will allow you to reach that big bottom area. You have to go through the other path, and that means killing two of the spotter FOEs. And we're past them, and here is the treasure spot. This time I'll search cautiously, just to use both options, because they don't actually matter. You always get the cognitive device. But this was merely the prelude. Now the real battle begins. It's donut time. Oh, right, when I said earlier these two will have their girlfriends to support them. But in Yu's case, he has his girlfriend and his boyfriend. Don't know how many people actually write, like, Yosuke Risei is like a throuple, but, like, I mean, yeah, I guess they are the two people I most ship, apart from Chie, I guess. Senpai! Like, Yu and Risei is definitely my OTP, but, like, I'm definitely, like, completely on board with Yu and Yosuke being a thing. I really hope that it's possible in the remake. Yeah, Yu is very big on the power of friendship, and in the anime, they kind of explain why. I mean, yeah, power of friendship's pretty universal to Persona protagonists, but, like, in the anime, they actually show that, like, Yu's shadow is that he's scared of being alone. And it actually really does add to a whole lot of, like, the P4 narrative, because, like, he has to go back home after the year is over. Well, I mean, I'm sure Yusuke is probably, like, already way ahead of you and has made, like, the most elaborate, like, artistic flags of all time. Oh, no. No. Please, somebody, like, lock Yukiko and Chie in another room while this is happening. Otherwise, you know, we're gonna lose 2 out of 4 of our leaders. Especially, Makoto Yuki, because he's weak to curse instant death, but, even though Izanagi nulls that, Yukiko's cooking, unfortunately, pierces death resistances. So we actually get to see this, right? I seem to remember that we see this, right? Like, you know, I would like to eat donuts personally, but not like a whole, you know, ton of them in a competition. Well, I mean, you are probably the best cook here besides maybe Joker? By the way, if Yu Narukami wins, then I will never let Elizabeth hear the end of it for the rest of our lives, which will stretch out for millennia. A lot is riding on this. Oh, wait, I think I remember this. Doesn't it play boss music? Senpai! Oh, it's the Q1 boss music! Oh, that's awesome! Because it makes sense, they were the two protagonists of the first Q game. Yeah, now I remember. They actually brought back Laser Beam, but just for the donut eating contest. Are they allowed helpers? If they drink water now, they might both explode. Oh, no more Laser Beam. I do, like, overall, like, Nothing Is Promised better, but Laser Beam, like, listening back to that song, Laser Beam's pretty good too. Yes, of course, it is a tie. Because Velvet Attendants. They exist to create ridiculous circumstances for us players to delight in. Perhaps this is their true role in the sea of the human soul. They have activated the ultimate psychic donut link. They are drift compatible to drive a mech made of donut dough. Yeah, I had a feeling the fryer probably exploded. My donuts. Hey, we're planning stuff for when we get back home. It would be a shame if our memories got wiped or anything. Yeah, but I doubt those will ever want to eat donuts again. Mitsuru still hasn't leveled up. Oh, okay, you just leveled up to 43 out of that, and, like, oh, I already have regular combo arts. I actually don't know if these stack. Okay, yeah, combo arts plus a 50% chance of attacking again after a normal attack, which is, definitely not bad. You can now use the unison skill Pair of Aces. Don't you mean Pair of Fools? In more ways than one, due to that quest? Okay, they're both explaining the whole Evoker thing now. So I wanted to end things off here by actually going over my, Power of Bonds items. Okay, yeah, the Shining Stone was from the Herbivore. Biker Glove. Oh, yeah, that was the thing that, Mitsuru gave to, Makoto. Okay, yeah, that's the... That's the one that's made out of the teddy bear for Femc and the Kohai. Calling cut. Oh, that's really, really nice. Wow. Oh, wow, I love that. Okay, yeah, that was the Akihiko. I think that's the Akihiko and Shinjiro one. Of all things, it's the golden beetle that unlocks the mascot unison attack. That's interesting. And the trophy for the battle of those two wildcards. So, I will see you all next time for... Okay, so we still have 2 more special screenings to go. And I have an idea. They're both in Aegis, and one involves getting past a bunch of FOEs, and I wonder if maybe I can actually try and fight the Aegis FOEs. We'll see how that turns out next time.